Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna use our truck for a kind of like a, I guess, summer photo shoot. Beach balls, old surfboards, stuff like that. So I actually made these surfboards out of wood. I could not find any surfboard that was cheap. They're even used real surfboards are like 180, 150 bucks. So that's pretty cool and impressive. I didn't know that, so now I do. So my only option was to either find some that somebody wanted to donate, which that wasn't gonna happen, or just make some. So I used maybe, like, I think it's a 3/4 inch plywood, as you can see. And then this was like an old sign, and what I had to do is I actually had to faux paint it to look like wood, like old wood, because these pieces of wood that I had, they were spares, they were white, and obviously I wanted them to look like 1950s surfboard to go with the 1950s truck. So I had to take them, I had to faux paint them, which basically meant that it's kind of like a varnish with some clear to make it look like wood. So they have a wood effect. They're not real wood. I mean, it's not like real, like the grain is not real. And then once I had the grain, you can see the grain right there. It looks pretty cool. Once I had the grain, then I basically taped them off, and then I painted the red. Now this one I had to paint red to match my truck. It's not the same color red, but you know, it gives it the same vibe, and that's kind of what I did with that one. I'm currently painting the other one right now. I have it taped up, and I'm doing a white with brown on that one. So this one I'm doing in a white. It's basically wood, white line, and then brown. It's an old 50s design also. I'm not really sure who the maker was or designer of the board, but like I said, I made these out of wood. I did the wood grain because, like I said, these panels were white. So I wanted them to look like old 50s boards, and that's what we got here. When I tape this one, you'll see more of the wood grain, but this is pretty much like the first coat that I did. It's almost dried. I'm using just Rust-Oleum paint. I'm spraying them. I mean, if they come out great, great. If they don't, it's all good. I mean, they're supposed to look like old surfboards, so either way it goes, it's a win-win. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the brown. Actually, I'm gonna tape off a little bit of the line, then shoot the brown, do the other side, and then we should be done, and then I'll have 2 surfboards. The idea was that once these boards are done, I wanted to mount them in the back of the truck. So as you walk up to the truck right now, even like that, it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy and pleased with that look. All right, so that's the finished product right there. I'm not really sure what they're gonna look like once we mount them, or how the setup's gonna be for the photo shoot, but this is pretty much what you're looking at right there. And that's kind of the setup. So I did the old school brown white with wood board, and then the red board to match the truck. But as you can see, like I said, the wood grain itself, it's a faux painted. I had to faux paint it. These wooden panels, they were free. They were kind of throwaways, so that's kind of how I cut them out. Sorry. And that's why I made them that way. So this is what they would look like. I think they're gonna be on the side. I'm not really sure if they're gonna be on the side, or if we're gonna open the tailgate and have the boards maybe pinned from the back. I'm still not clear on how that's gonna work, but it looks good. And the boards, I mean, they look real. Well, they are real, but they look like real surfboards. And this is what they will look like if they were in the back. All right, so that's what they look like if they were in the back. They look pretty cool. Now, remember, one of the things that I always like doing is I like making these props. So every season something's going on, I always like having props in the back of the truck. So for this particular season, which is the summer, I'm actually going to leave these boards mounted back here. I'm going to figure out a way, maybe a system of pulleys, not pulleys, but hangers, that where it'll be maybe like a little spacer here that the board will hang in. So when I'm driving, they'll actually look like the boards are there, kind of like that. And I want them sticking out. So I don't know whether they should be, you know, sticking out like that, or maybe mount them to where they're sticking out like that, flat on the truck. I don't know. I'll have to choose, or I have to figure out what the best way of doing it. Either way it goes, you know, it's just a matter of designing it. But that's kind of what the whole surfboard in a truck would look like. I also had an idea of mounting them upright, going up. And I think they'll be more visible like that, but I'm not really sure how that'll look. Let's look at it. So this is the other way to mount them, basically where they're sticking up. So when you see them, that's what you see. You'll see basically the boards coming out just like that. And I mean, it could look good too. But once again, there isn't, I haven't had a concrete way of setting them up, but that's kind of what I was thinking. Now I do have to paint the other side of the other board, but I'll do that later. For right now, for the photo shoot that we're doing, I think this is gonna work great. And this is kind of what we're looking at. So I still got to figure out how I'm gonna mount the boards, but I'm pretty sure once I figure it out, they'll look pretty good. Either way it goes, this is kind of the look that we're going for. Now remember, wherever I post this, make sure to follow, hit the like, notification bell, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and check us out, because we're going to give you an update video of what this looks like once I have everything set up. And it should look pretty cool. So the idea of this, like I said, it's a 1950s photo shoot, and it'll look good. So make sure to look us up. Now make sure to check out the online store, because I'm always putting on new designs, my personal designs, and I also have the truck designs there. I'll leave a barcode link, whatever it takes for you to help you to get there, and you can check out the online store and the merchandise. But yeah guys, so make sure to stay tuned. I'll give you a preview of what it looks like once everything's put together. But this is what it looks like right now, and it does look pretty good. The boards actually look really nice, so I'll just have to figure out how to set them up when it's time. But for right now, it looks pretty good. I like it. I'm not disappointed, and like I said, I did not know that surfboards were that expensive. But you know, I made my own. They look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them, and I think they'll work out. So yep. All right guys, be good.